New at 6, leaders of nonprofit groups are dedicated to a cause, but because of gaps in financial literacy, people of color are not always represented at the head of the table. Sean Gallagher shows us what's being done to fix that problem.
Keith Stanley with Near West Side Partners is happily braving the elements today as he continues working in this neighborhood as part of his nonprofit. He's able to have more focus on the day-to-day operations like this after getting help to better understand the finances a nonprofit has to deal with.
Many of us come to this with a passion to improve the community.
Keith Stanley got involved with Near West Side Partners 7 years ago, but he faced some barriers in dealing with the finances.
Most of us don't have that financial background. We're not accountants, and some of us even struggled in college when it came to that.
Financial literacy has a growing racial gap. A recent report from George Washington University shows African Americans answered about 38% of the financial literacy questions correctly, compared to 55% of white adults. And that's with personal finances. Dealing with a nonprofit that can have a budget of hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars, is an even bigger challenge.
If you come from a background where it was challenging to pay bills, challenging to take care of your household financials, you look at finances differently. It becomes more of a hindrance, more of a concern, as opposed to embracing it as a way to really fulfill your mission.
It's one reason why we see fewer people of color in leadership positions within nonprofits. A recent study by the Building Movement Project says nearly half of nonprofits surveyed have fewer than 25% leadership roles filled by people of color. But a group focused on building financial literacy is looking to change that.
To empower those nonprofit organizations led by people of color.
Through the Midwest financial firm IFF, Darian Luckett helps nonprofit leaders of color with things like accessing capital, balancing the books, and understanding the accounting side of things.
With the Stronger Nonprofit Initiative is making sure that we can provide access to some of the resources that they may not ever have a chance to come in contact with.
That kinds of lift a burden off of many of our leaders.
Keith says if more people take advantage of a program like this, they can make a dent on increasing diversity in leadership roles in nonprofits, which will in turn improve the communities they serve.
The more we're able to train people who look like the community we serve, I think the better off we're going to be as a city.
For more information on how to get involved with IFF, you can head to tmj4.com and click on this story. On the Near West Side, Sean Gallagher, TMJ4 News.